those gaps in the teeth, baby. The food wasn't getting stuck like it is now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Simone, Nicole, here, back at it again with yet another video and with new teeth. Tink. No? Okay. All right. Mommy loves you, but mommy needs you to get down. Ow, Deb. You was not up here 2 minutes ago. Don't make me kick you out. Just sit and be a good girl. Thank you. So you guys have absolutely noticed the change in my previous videos. So I wanted to sit down and talk about everything. Like what type of veneers I got done, how much they cost, my unexpected feelings after getting my teeth done. One more thing before we get into the dirty details. One, I did not iron these pockets on my top. Don't even worry about it. Just mind your business. Second of all, I hope that y'all like my little setup. I have a microphone just because I wanted one. No other reason. I really wanted it for my commentary videos. I haven't done a commentary video in a year. I have an idea for one. I just haven't written the script for it. But the point is, that's why I bought the mic. But I figured, why, we might as well bust it out today. And I hope that y'all like my new setup. It's not complete. I don't know how much I like the fact that my hair shelf is showing over here, but I love this. And I love my chairs. So yeah, we're most of the way there, but not all the way there. And that's all my disclaimers. However, before we get into it, let's slide over to the sponsor of today's video, because going to get my teeth done, I was so nervous. And this sponsor actually helped to make sure that I didn't stink the whole office up with my stress sweat. So let's head over to Simone the night before I'm gonna go get my teeth done. It is officially the night before our appointment, and the ponytail has to come out and some self-care has to be done because it's gonna be a long appointment. And that's what's gonna bring us to the sponsor of today's video, which is Lume. I am so excited for Lume to be sponsoring today's video because I have been a longtime fan of their products. If you are underneath a rock and you don't know who Lume is a company that specializes in body care that is good for all parts of your body, as it was founded by an OBGYN, Miss Shannon Klingman. Shout out to you. She wanted to make sure to make products that are clinically proven to block body odor all day and continues to control BO for 72 hours. And you know what, period? Because sometimes you just forget to put your things on. I mean, I don't. But I'm looking out for y'all that do sometimes forget. I love the fact that she formulated products that are made for all over, including your pits, your privates, your boobs, your belly button, your butt crack, wherever you might need it. And let's go over what they sent me in this starter pack, which you can also get your hands on, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Be patient, gosh. First item that they sent me was their acidified body wash. Then they sent over their stick deodorant, and this is in the scent Clean Tangerine. Then they sent over this new spray deodorant, which I actually am not familiar with, but we're gonna get familiar very quickly. And then lastly, they sent me these acidified deodorant wipes. So let's talk about Miss Body Wash. As you can see, the proof is in the pudding. She's real skinny, real little, because this is almost done. I used this as the only thing that I showered with for my entire time I was out of town, and she ate. Now, Miss Full Body Deodorant, I am an aluminum-free girly, and lucky for us, Lume makes a ton of aluminum-free products. It melts into the skin seamlessly. It does not get any white marks on your clothes, and that is true for all of Lume's products. And I really like these deodorant wipes because y'all know I usually use witch hazel underneath the arms, but this one also works too, and I can use it to throw in my bag for like when I'm on my cycle, which I'm on right now. And I really like to freshen up with these. Now, Miss Spray deodorant was new to me, and as you can see, I used it for my deodorant of choice before bed because it's in this powder scent. This is also a spray deodorant that can go all over the body. So again, the pits, the boobs, the butt crack, wherever you need it. And I love the fact that it felt very soft and very moisturizing when I put it on, in addition to helping to block odor for 72 hours. So now it is time to settle in for my appointment, and I am packing my bag with all of my needs for my very long appointment. And one thing about it, I was very stressed out before that appointment. So I threw in my wipes just in case a little stress sweat started to slip through, because Miss Girl can never be too prepared. For a limited time, Lume has a variety of holiday bundles available on their website. So it's a perfect time to stock up on Lume products if you're a new or returning customer. Right now, Lume's holiday bundles are up to 40% off, which is a great deal for any new or returning customers. And just for my followers, Lume is offering an extra $5 off plus free shipping on orders over $30 if you click the link in the description box and use my code Simone, just my name, at checkout. Thank you again to Lume for sponsoring this portion of today's video and keeping me fresh for my appointment tomorrow. Now, let's go get these teeth done, girl. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is why I chose to get my teeth done. This entire video will be broken up into chapters that you can follow if you just scroll across the little toolbar is not the correct word. What, am I 100? If you scroll across the little bar on the video, you'll be able to go to whatever section you're the most interested in, but stick around for the whole video. Don't be fake. Hello. Anywho, okay, so why I chose to get my teeth done. I have always struggled with my teeth, not in a way that like made me want to like never smile and never laugh. Like y'all have seen me laugh and smile 1 bajillion times. It was more so when I was a kid, all of my baby teeth didn't fall out at the same time. So for a while there, I had one little tooth and one big tooth, which, as you can imagine, the kids in my school were so understanding and kind about and never said a word about. That was a really difficult part of my life because I just got made fun of consistently. Then my little tooth finally fell out and then I had two big teeth, but my smile still wasn't perfect. And it's nothing that braces could really fix because all of my baby teeth did not fall out. Majority of them did, except for two. And that was this part of my smile. If you watch any of my videos, you will be able to notice that whenever I turn my head this way and smile or laugh or do anything, there looked like there was like a big gap in my smile. And it was because I had not only two baby teeth, but one of them was a malformed baby tooth. So they just looked like two little shark teeth in my mouth. And I didn't love that. And I always knew that I wanted to fix it. And I think that I really, really started to feel that way once I got on camera more and more, because it just becomes more noticeable. But it's nothing that I was like, oh, I'm on camera now and now I'm insecure about it. It was something that I've always wanted to get done. I just did not have the money. That was the only thing that stopped me from getting my teeth done thus far, was quite literally money. So knowing that, I have been doing research for years about the type of veneers that I wanted, because I never wanted the shark tooth veneers where they have to like shave your teeth down like severely in order to put the veneers over them, because it just made me uncomfortable to think that like I can't just go back to my natural teeth if I need to later down the line. That's always freaked me out. So I knew I didn't want that. And I knew I didn't want the porcelain no prep veneers. No offense to anybody that's watching this video that has them. I don't really love the fact that they just pop in a tooth over your own tooth. Like that just don't sit right with me. So what I was left with was composite veneers. And composite veneers is a way of going in and perfecting the smile with a very, very strong resin. You'll also hear it referred to as like composite bonding, because they're literally bonding new tooth enamel to your present teeth. There are doctors that will go through and basically just fill in the gaps in your smile. They won't go over the whole tooth. I ended up having them go over the entire tooth. So my teeth are still completely intact. And if I wanted to take them off, I could, and my teeth would be perfectly healthy underneath them, because it's essentially just like a layer of bonding over the top of my teeth. So once I knew what type of veneers I wanted to get done, now I started to look at where I wanted to go. So at first I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to go overseas in order to get my teeth done, because American doctors, especially the ones that I was looking at, were so expensive. For the work that I needed done, I had a doctor in Arizona quote me, I think like around like 20K, and it wouldn't have even been all of my teeth, just 20K, and I would have had to fly out to Arizona twice. So wasn't doing that. And I don't have dental insurance. I have dental insurance starting in January, but I got kicked off my mama's insurance, and ever since then I was struggling. Okay, so I did all of this without insurance. I paid completely out of pocket. And again, we'll get to the cost of what I paid for everything total at the end of the video. I knew that it would probably end up costing me anywhere between like $4,000 and $6,000. And with a budget like that, is giving that you need to go out of the country, more specifically to like a Cali, Colombia, a Tijuana, something like that. So that's where I started looking. You know, me and my family went to Colombia. RIP to my first DJI. If you know that story, you a real one. So me and my family were visiting Colombia anyways. And I was like, oh, might be able to get my teeth done and then just hop over to Cartagena and just like have my trip with my family. So that's what I thought I was going to do, until I started getting served a bunch of ads from dentists office here in America that actually had pretty affordable pricing. And one of them was Fresh Dental here in Atlanta. And that is where I ultimately ended up choosing to get my teeth done at, because when I went to their page, their work looked really good. It didn't look fake. Like that was my biggest thing. I didn't want to get my teeth done. And if you didn't know me, you would look in my mouth and go, like that. Y'all know the veneers. It just looked like just a big old I couldn't do it. So when I was looking at their work, all of their work looked really good and really natural as veneers can look. So I decided to go and get a consultation done there. Actually, me and my friend Des, shout out to Des, hey Des, went to go get a consultation done there back in the summer. We went in and they did x-rays of all of my teeth, and then they came out with a treatment plan of what they felt like I would need. So for me, my teeth were already straight. My teeth are in great health. That's not really the problem. I have cosmetic things that need to be fixed, because you can't get composite. You can't get any type of veneers if your teeth are not already straight and in good health, or at least you shouldn't. I don't know about, because some of y'all be going to them veneer techs. I can't speak to that, but y'all be safe. But a reputable dentist will not just put composite over teeth that aren't already a good base. So my treatment was really straightforward, but I was really happy with the consultation once I got there. I will note that my dentist's office does primarily speak Spanish. Like my doctor that did my teeth, Dr. Tati, shout out to Dr. Tati, spoke Spanish. And I know a little bit of Spanish, like enough to understand kind of what they were saying, but not too much, girl. But the receptionists were bilingual. So they would essentially act as a translator between myself and the doctor for any concerns that I might have had or any questions that I might have had. Now let's talk procedure. Preparation for me didn't look like much because, like I said, I wasn't getting my teeth shaved down. I wasn't doing any of that, but I did have to get a cleaning, and that was the extent of my prep. I got the cleaning done the day before, and they have you do that because during the cleaning, a lot of people bleed, like their gums will bleed, and they want to give your mouth a little bit of time to heal between that. However, I was really confident that I wouldn't have bloody gums, because when I was going to the dentist before and my gums were bleeding, the dental hygienist was like, girl, that means you're not flossing enough. So I started to take my dental health very, very seriously, because I knew that if I was going to make an investment of thousands of dollars, I wanted to make sure I didn't squander it. And I talked about this. Shout out to me on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, please do. I talked about how I had bought myself a pair of fake Prada glasses because I really, really, really wanted the real ones, but I wanted to prove to myself that once I got the real ones that I wouldn't just lose it. So I figured if I could take care of the ones that I had now, that I would do the same exact thing when I got my real Prada glasses. I applied the exact same logic to my teeth. So I started taking really, really, really good care of my teeth months before I got my teeth done, because I wanted to get in the habit. And I knew that once I got the real thing, I wasn't going to squander thousands of dollars just because I didn't have it in me to like consistently take care of my teeth. All that to say, my cleaning went seamlessly. Y'all will have saw a very small portion of my cleaning in my previous vlog. If you haven't seen that vlog, make sure you go watch it. In that same vlog, I mentioned that this was going to be more of a journey than I thought it would have been. I didn't realize that my teeth were going to be done in steps. I thought that when I got my consultation that everything would be essentially done in one day. And they're like, no, sweetheart, everything cannot be done in one day. So I went in that day of my appointment. They told me to allot myself 5 hours for it, which made me think that I would be getting everything done that day. But I ended up being done in about 2-ish hours. And that day I was able to get my top row done. So I have full coverage on my entire top row of teeth, excluding the very, I think, back 1 or 2 molars. That way, when I smile, I can get full coverage on both sides. It was pretty straightforward. The only thing that was uncomfortable was the fact that they put that thing in your mouth to like make sure that your mouth stays open. And I was also just really nervous because I didn't want to get up from the chair and be like, oh, I look like chomp, chomp, chomp. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't want to look like that. So I was just so nervous. So that was step number 1. And I guess I can interject here to say that when I did first get up and look at my teeth, I did not like them at all. I thought they were entirely just too much. But one, I actually chose you can choose the level of your whiteness of your teeth. I didn't mention that, but I chose the lowest level of white that you can get. I think they call it natural white. I think there's like a natural white, a white, and then a bright white. It never gave bright white, sister. Never gave bright white teeth and dark skin. Never gave that, baby. I would look like I'm glowing in the dark. Absolutely not. So I got the lowest level of white possible. Even still, I felt like they just looked too much. And it took me a while to be okay with them and to get used to them. And I did go in and have them put a bit more of a gap between my 2 front teeth. And I do think that I want them to go even harder on that gap, but I am letting myself just like live with them for a little while before I make that decision. So that was how I was feeling on the first day. I got up and I did not like them. Everyone around me was like, no, they look really pretty. We just have to get used to your face with them. It's just such a shock to the system. And also, my entire bottom row was not done. So it was just difficult for me to see what the final vision was gonna be when I just had like this top row of perfect teeth and my bottoms were not the same color and they were much smaller. But the reason why I had to wait so long in between each steps is that my next step of my treatment was a gingivectomy. Basically, it's when you cut down the gums on some of your teeth to make them appear longer. And I needed that for my front 4 teeth because my front 4 teeth looked little, but there was more teeth underneath there that could be exposed. And I actually have some footage of me going in before the gingivectomy, and you can just see how nervous I am. So let's kick over to that Simone, the day of the gingivectomy. So today is gingivectomy day. Here is how my teeth are looking. They still look great, but I am so nervous. I'm literally sitting here watching TikTok after TikTok about people getting gingivectomies. Everyone seems pretty fine. And they say that the healing is just like annoying. And I'm like, okay, I have myself a big lunch because I anticipate on literally eating like soup for the next couple of days and like soft, easily eatable things. So yeah, we have to leave out soon. Pray it's not that bad. I'm so nervous. Okay, and now we're back. I was actually more nervous for this than I was to get my top row done because I knew that the application of the teeth wouldn't hurt, but I knew that the gingivectomy would. And I was watching so many videos on TikTok, and a lot of them were not saying like the pain was a 10 out of 10. They were not saying that at all. They were mostly talking about how it was uncomfortable. And I experienced the exact same thing. I went in and they numbed me. Everything was just, I would describe it as uncomfortable. Not quite to the level of I am in pain, but more like, ugh. This is uncomfortable. And my recovery process wasn't bad at all. I have a shot of right after I got them done in the car. And honestly, my drive home from the dentist's office was the most uncomfortable that I was throughout the entire experience. And I literally came home, took ibuprofen 800, went to sleep, woke up and was fine and continued to be fine. The only time that I felt like, oh, I had to remember that I got it because I would be eating something and be like, ooh, shouldn't have ate that. Like I should have just took it a little easier because I literally forgot that they were done because it really didn't hurt that much. So I got the gingivectomy and then I had to wait 2 weeks to heal from that before I could go in and get my bottoms done. In the original plan, I thought that I was just going to get my entire bottom row bleached and then just get a little bit of like composite bonding on the top of some of my teeth to even them out. But the more and more I was looking at my teeth, the more and more I was like, I just feel like my tops and bottoms won't match. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get my entire bottom row done. And I love it. Let's get into the next part of the video, which is where I was very surprised about my reaction to having my teeth done. So the biggest surprise to me, I watched people's like teeth transformation, tooth videos, all of that, like it was my job leading up to the process. The videos where they would like take the mirror and they're looking in the mirror and they're smiling. Some people just broke into tears because they wanted this done for so long, I thought I would have that reaction. And I didn't. When I saw myself, I felt almost more self-conscious than ever. I think that when you struggle with something your whole life and it is an insecurity for you, you don't want to draw attention to it. Like, it's not like you're hiding. You just don't want to like super draw attention to the thing. And I felt like by getting my teeth done, I was now drawing attention to my mouth, which made me nervous, for better and for worse. I really contemplated with putting this video out at all because to draw attention to that on such a large scale and then to open myself up to people's opinions, because that's what it is. Whenever you post anything on the internet, you're opening yourself up to people's opinions. I didn't know if I was ready for that. And mind you, overwhelmingly, everyone has been so nice and so kind. It's just the fact that anybody is commenting on them at all, because I think it's just that old wound of like, don't look. You know? So that was definitely a big part of it. I was self-conscious because I didn't want people looking in my mouth because I was so used to feeling that way. I just didn't expect to have that much of a stutter and a pause in the confidence that I thought would come immediately. That is now changed. Now sitting here in front of you, I absolutely love my smile. It was the best decision I could have made, deciding to get that entire bottom row done, because it really brought everything together for me. Because I started to spiral the way that I did, I actually like got home and like convinced myself like I made the complete wrong decision. I shouldn't have done this. I should have went with another dentist office and just paid more money. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if anybody wants to go to Fresh Dental in Atlanta, I do recommend them. They are a great place to get your teeth done when you are working with a budget of some sort. For the veneers, they're $250 a tooth. On average in the US, I think the composite bonding probably starts at between $1,000 and $1,500 ish per tooth. So it's a massive discount. It's honestly like the same pricing that I was finding overseas in Cali, Colombia, and I wouldn't have to get on a plane to do it. There are pluses and minuses when you go with a dentist office that isn't like super duper like state of the art. It doesn't mean that the quality of the work isn't there. They're still certified dentists. So I was happy that I took advantage of that. But what you miss with that is all of that like fancy state of the art stuff. So a big thing that I saw those doctors' office doing was like the rendering of what your teeth would look like after you got them done. I didn't get that. I think that would have given me a lot of comfort, and we would have been able to discuss a little more about the style of teeth that I wanted. We ended up getting to a pretty good final product, but I do wish that I was more vocal about exactly how I wanted them to look. And I know they would have listened. Dr. Tati and that whole office is so sweet. Something I forgot to mention during my gingivectomy, I was so nervous. I actually asked one of the dental hygienists to hold my hand, and she sat there and held my hand for the entire procedure. This is no slight to the dentist office. It's just about what you are comfortable with. I was comfortable with going through this experience and there being a language barrier between myself and my doctor and the team to an extent, like I said, because some of the staff was bilingual. But for other people, that's a complete deal breaker. And they would rather just pay the extra money to have the security of knowing like we speak the same language. I know exactly what results I'm gonna get. Some people really care about that. That was a little touch and go for me, but I ended up loving my teeth, especially after I got my bottom row done. Y'all, I love my teeth. Okay, so now let's get into cost breakdowns. So the consultation was free. I had to pay a $350 deposit that would go towards my appointment, and that would secure my spot. And then on the day that I got my cleaning, I had to pay $50. I don't think the cleaning was $50. I just think that like I had paid that $350, and that $350 went towards the cleaning and towards the first part of my treatment. Then we had $2,300 for my top row. And like I said earlier, each tooth is $250. Then I paid $1,000 for my gingivectomy on my front 4 teeth. Then I paid $2,500 for my bottom row of teeth, making the grand total to get my new teeth $6,200. So now y'all see why I named the title of the video I Got a Bag and Fixed My Teeth, because I spent a bag on my teeth. Okay, it's not as expensive as it would have been, like I said, going to someone that was based in the US, as I got a quote before. So I consider it a deal. My confidence is invaluable. I consider it to be very worth it. So now let's talk about maintenance of the teeth. This is a very high maintenance investment. Number one, composite veneers are the veneers that are going to last you the least longest, with like a full set of like porcelain veneers, not the press ones, not those. A full set of the ones that you see like the Hollywood stars having. They're gonna last you between like, with a good dentist, 15 to 20 years, and some dentists kind of have like a lifetime guarantee. It just depends on who you go to. Composite veneers, however, because it's just bonding, just like your own teeth stain, composite veneers do as well, and you are not able to undo the staining, to my knowledge. So that's something to consider. And they only last between, on the low end, 5, and on the high end, like 8, 9-ish years. Again, I am okay with that. When you get anything on your body done, you are now saying that you are signing up to have it maintained for the rest of your life. A BBL, you have to have it maintained for the rest of your life. Getting your boobs done, you need to take those bad boys out like every 10, 15 years and get your boobs redone. With teeth, you are probably going to have maintenance and have to get them touched up and or redone for the rest of your life. That is what it means to make an investment like this. So in making this video, I am by no means saying like everybody need to go get their teeth done, I hope that y'all leave this video with a balanced understanding of what it means to sit down and get your teeth done, because I feel like everyone's doing it and no one's really breaking down what it means, but maintenance is a big part of it. So this was just an initial investment that I could afford to make right now. Thank you, God, first of all. Second of all, thank you to y'all for giving me the space and the ability to be able to afford to spend $6,000 on something that I know is just an initial investment and something I've wanted for a very, very long time. In addition to the actual cost of getting them done the first time around, and then knowing that I'm gonna have to continue to get them done for the rest of my life, I'm gonna have to go into the dentist's office, I think once every 6 months-ish, to get my teeth cleaned, polished, all of that. That's $250 every time I go in. I brush my teeth 2 times a day. I water pick 2 times a day. I floss after every single meal, and I go to sleep with a night guard in my mouth every single night to make sure that my teeth aren't chipping or getting worn down over time. So I hope that laying all of that out doesn't you get what I mean by like high maintenance. This is the cleanest that my mouth has ever been, and it's with the new veneers, because with your own natural teeth you can kind of get lazy, and food did not get stuck between my teeth like they used to. I have to stop joking. Y'all gonna be some real ones if you know the reference. I have to stop calling myself a gap tooth bitch.
I'm sorry I called you a gap-toothed bitch. It's not your fault you're so gap-toothed.
It's not funny, but if you get the reference, please. But yeah, before it was gaps in the teeth, baby. The food wasn't getting stuck like it is now. The food be getting stuck between the veneers. So I have to really clean my teeth because there is such thing as veneer mouth. I won't be caught dead with veneer mouth, okay? So I take really good care of my teeth. I think this is the most expensive investment I've ever made outside of a car. So therefore, I'm gonna take really good care of it. Now, rounding out the video, I just wanna address some of the comments that I have received and just give my overall thoughts with my experience. As I've said multiple times in this video, I am very happy with my teeth. I'm so happy with my teeth. I feel so much more confident and just like myself. And that kind of brings me into one of the concerns and one of the comments that I was getting. Mind you, this is the minority of comments, but in that minority of negative comments, I would see a lot of people saying, okay, this looks good, but don't do anything else. I picked up what the undertone of that meant, but some people were even more clear by saying, I'm really disappointed that you chose to get your teeth done because I looked up to you as someone that like really loves themselves and wouldn't change anything about themselves. And here's the thing, you guys, I think that we often conflate the idea of self-love and self-confidence with not wanting to change a thing about yourself. Those are not the same things. I am a very confident person that loves myself a lot, but I do have things that I don't care for, and that's okay. It is okay to change things that you don't care for, and not because your mama told you it was wrong, your boyfriend told you it was wrong, other people on the internet told you it was wrong, because you genuinely feel like if you make that change, it'll make you a bigger, brighter, better you. I cannot discount the fact that it is tough as hell being public facing because people project their own insecurities onto me constantly. Y'all don't see a lot of the negative comments because I have comment moderators that delete a lot of the negative comments, but I get comments all the time about my appearance, and a lot of it rolls off my back because I don't care, because I don't agree. I gauge whether or not I'm feeling a way because someone on the internet said it or because I feel it if I had been feeling like this before I ever got an audience. And there are just certain things that I have felt before I ever got an audience. So you damn motherfucking Skippy that I am going to be changing it as soon as I want, because it's my body, in case the world has forgotten, because the world has seemed to forgot. My body, my choice. Sorry, that was a little intense about teeth, but we know that that's a double meaning. But the point is that it's my body and I can do what I want with it. And this was something that made me feel wonderful. It does not negate the woman that I was a month ago. That's the only woman y'all ever knew. Like, I'm the same person. I just made changes that will make me more happy. And I encourage you to do the same. Don't let people convince you that you don't love yourself. If you want to get in the gym and lose weight, or you want to get in the gym and gain weight, that's up to you. That doesn't mean that you don't love yourself. It just means that you're taking steps to love yourself even deeper and even more, because you're showing up for yourself and giving yourself something that your heart truly desires. So I did want to address that sentiment, because self-love and fixing things are not one and the same. And I am very, very happy with the decision that I made. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for this video and for rocking with me always. Let me come to the camera to show y'all my teeth up close and personal, even though I know I've been showing videos this whole time. This is what my teeth are looking like. Pretty itchy. Okay, let me smile regular. Isn't it so pretty? I love them. And that's really all that matters. But I do love and appreciate you guys so much. I hope that this video was really informative. That's going to be it for today's video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, sister, before you leave. Make sure you leave a comment that's nice. Otherwise, I'll delete it and block you. I'm just kidding. Anywho, love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Girl, I get the money with you, make you mine, oh. If you're loving every night, you make you mad, oh.